Tonight, I just wanna take you high. Throw your hands up in the sky. Let's set this party on fire. Players, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe, so clear. Look out! Pop, pop, it's showtime. Showtime, showtime, showtime. Guess who's back again? Oh, they don't know. Gone time. Oh, they don't know. Gone time. I bet they know as soon as we walk in. Showed up. I'm wearing Cuban links. Yeah. Designer mix. Yeah. Inglewood's finest shoes. Whoop, whoop. Don't look too hard, might hurt yourself. Known to give the color red the blues. Woo, shit. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up.
What's up, everybody? We're back, Philin' Friends, sponsored by The Plug Report. I'm back in the studio with my guest, Kelly V. Reed. Kelly, what's going on? Thank you so much for being here.
Peace and love, peace and love.
Oh, I'm so
bro.
happy you're here today.
Yes, I'm happy to be here.
How you been?
I've been doing very well.
Very well. You just switched to this whole like Hollywood voice all of a sudden.
Did I?
Oh, wow, it's amazing. You sound amazing.
Do I?
Well, listen, we have a great show for you guys today. We're talking about side chicks, cheaters, healing. We're talking about everything on today's show. Philin' Friends, call us up at 323-293-3375. Again, the number is 323-293-3375. So let me just give a little background on my guest, Kelly. Tell the people about you. You're an actor here in Hollywood, Los Angeles. Give people a little background information on you.
Yes, I'm originally from Detroit. Let's see, I lived in Atlanta for like the past 14 years.
ATL. Was it 14 years?
It was 14.
Wow. That's where I met Kelly.
Well, I moved there
Atlanta.
14 years ago.
14 years ago, right.
And I went to Clark Atlanta University with Phil.
CAU.
And I majored in theater, and then I came out here in 2011, stayed here for like a year. I was younger, I didn't know what to expect. It was pretty rough. And I was like, I ain't never going back to that place again. And then went back to Atlanta, recentered myself, and came back, ready to, get back into my career. I mean, I was
and
doing.
You're an accomplished actor. You got to tell me that you actually trained under Carol Mitchell-Leon.
Yes.
At the famous Clark Atlanta University.
Yes.
She was a wonderful actress, and God rest her soul.
Yes, I
So
miss
tell us
her.
about some of the movies you've been in, just so people can actually look her up. Tell them your Instagram, too, so they can look you up. Maybe some
Kelly.
casting directors listening.
Kelly, Kellyv, Reed, Reid, Kelly V. Reed.
Not to be confused with Kelly Rowland. This is
No,
Kelly
not
V.
at
Reed.
all. She's sweet though.
Y'all kind of look alike, just a little bit.
Do we?
No, not really.
I don't
but
think so.
somewhat.
No. I look like my mama
Right.
and my daddy.
Right.
No, but anyway.
So tell us about some of the movies, because we actually mentioned you on Trevon Show. You called in on us. And,
I would say the things that you can see that are on Netflix right now.
What?
I was in Addicted. With Tasha Smith. I had an interaction with her at the 12-step meeting at the end of the movie.
Okay.
I was also Michonne's doppelganger, Walker in The Walking Dead, season 4, episode 9.
Season 4 episode, and a lot of people love The Walking Dead.
I was that zombie that looked just like her and got my head cut off. That was me.
Right. And there's some history behind that, because you tell them what the history. You got. It might be kind of funny, but she was tell the people.
So that year,
she's
when
an
it came
African American legend. Just to let you guys know, in the acting world, especially in the. Yeah, go ahead and tell them.
Yeah. So like 2017? That episode came out 3 years ago, 2014. It was the same month as Black History Month.
Wow.
So I posted my own Black History
She
Month
made her
fact.
own. She's her own legend.
I am the very first African American female zombie to be killed on The Walking Dead.
She got killed. She got her head cut off.
Yes, absolutely. What else? I was a suicide bomber. This was I actually did this out here.
Oh God,
I did this. Yeah.
You getting killed, killing folk?
People love to
On
see me
TV,
get
though.
killed. I just did a play from March
play?
to May 5th.
Oh, what was the name of it?
Vampire Masquerade. I was a vampire and I got killed in that too.
What's all this demonic? Who we got in this studio with us today? This demonic vampires. But But that's good though. You've been working for a long time though.
Yeah.
Very long time.
Yeah, off and on for like.
You've been working ever since we've been in college though, right?
Yeah, I was doing plays with the CAU Players, and then Jamandi Productions, and then I did something with Blackwell Playhouse, and then I did some church plays and
All right.
some background work, and
It's a constant hustle. It's a
oh my
grind
God,
like no
yes.
other. You know,
I
a
feel
lot
like
of people,
I'm still paying dues.
Yeah.
But then other stuff happens like life,
and you in life, and that's a
like
big thing.
health, and
Right, exactly.
things like that.
Right.
Important stuff you need to focus on.
Exactly.
You know, get your mind right so you can get back in there and be in there strong.
Right, because I've been an actor and I've been acting for about 10 years off and on, but life happens. And so you gotta look, do I want to
Yes.
be the starving artist anymore?
Yeah,
wanna
I ain't
be-
trying to die.
Ain't nobody trying to die. We got bills to pay and I ain't trying to be on the street.
I know that's right.
Right.
I would do whatever it takes to. Well, not
Well, hold
whatever.
on now. Fix that.
wait, not whatever, but
I'm going to do whatever
I will
it takes.
hustle in a positive way, any way I can, to make sure I keep a roof over my head.
In a positive way.
I don't play.
We don't, yeah. She doesn't
I don't play. I think I'm a Jamaican. I think I was a Jamaican in my past life.
Right. Jamaicans have a lot of jobs. Is that what you
Yes,
mean?
I
Yeah.
got like 6 jobs, and I don't
And there's
get
nothing wrong with
tired.
that. Well, listen, I have one job. Well, this is the second job too, and I get tired. Well, we're going to go into our topics today. We're talking about side chicks and cheaters, relationships, because we're continuing the conversation. Last week, we had a bunch of guests on. We talked about relationships. And so I was talking to some friends online, and I said, what else could I talk about this week? And they said, Phil, talk about side chicks, because we have so many. We have a show about side chicks. I mean, you know, it's all in our face, and it's coming a common thing in American society. Or has it? It's always been a big thing, right? You got your baby mamas. You
It
got
has
your baby
been a
mama,
big
mama on
thing
the
since the
side.
beginning of time,
Side chicks have been. Call us
but
up.
they wasn't called that.
They were called something else, and Kelly's going to go deep into it for us
Yes.
today. And we're going to talk more. 323-293-3375. I know you got some. I know people out there want to talk about this. We have a clip that I want to play right now. It's Tony Braxton from the Braxtons. And I want Kelly, after you listen to this, I want you to give your input and your feedback on this. Call us
The
up.
song?
No, it's not a song. It's a
Oh,
clip.
clip.
323-293-3375. It's audio for the listeners.
All right.
What did mommy tell us? Never ask your man about another woman. Because if you're not prepared to do something about it, you will be the other woman. I don't ever ask a man about another
Well, why you be the other woman?
If you ask about it and you don't do anything about
You
it,
have
if you
to do something
stay,
about it.
you become the other woman. Then he don't have to respect you anymore. You can say whatever, do whatever, because you're accepting it. So don't ask unless you're prepared to have an action behind it.
That's a word.
That's mommy told me that. I was 17 years old when my mother told me that. I'll never forget that as long as I live.
That's a word right there.
If you ain't finna leave your man, let your man cheat on your ass in peace. Okay? Stop bothering him, harboring on it. Stop asking about these bitches. Not unless you finna do something.
I want to apologize to all the church members for the cussing, but whatever. If you're not prepared to do nothing about it, anything about it, don't ask your man about these beep. What do you think about that? Call us up, 323-293-3375. Kelly, that's just a little teaser. And she done had to take a pause for the calls for a second.
A deep breath.
A deep breath. That's a big thing. I mean, that's from Evelyn Braxton, Mama Braxton, Tony Braxton, and Tamar Braxton's mother. She gave some advice about if you're not ready to know the truth, or if you're not ready for your man to leave you or treat you like the other woman, don't bring it up. What do you think about that? Take a breath.
I can see that. This might sound weird, but I think I can see that being possibly sound advice for the modern wife.
Y'all, she done took a big pause.
Because I have to.
Digest it. I understand.
I have to go deeper. Like I have
go
to
deeper. Go
I
deeper
have
for the
to.
people.
Like, okay, this is the thing. Like, in a marriage or a relationship or whatever, it shouldn't be no hiding and no secrets and things like that. Like, okay, let me say this about monogamy and side chicks and having other women and things like that. And a lot of people ain't gonna like what I'm about to say.
Well, you say whatever you want to. And if they disagree with you, they can call us up and give their viewpoint.
Because what I'm about to say is gonna be a different approach to it. It's gonna be more like holistic. if
Right.
that makes sense.
Absolutely.
So let me explain it. Okay, so monogamy, I think in America, and not only in America, but for Black Americans, is not realistic.
And why is that?
Because we, as Black Americans, for a few hundred years now, we have been stripped of a lot of things. Our culture, our everything, the way we speak, the way we live amongst each other, Monogamy wasn't always in our culture as Black people, especially if we came from Africa. I mean, there was,
And you mean the multiple, having multiple wives?
Monogamy.
Right.
Or polygamy is what it's called.
Right.
People put a lot of negative views on polygamy, but it actually, monogamy, polygamy, and even polyandry. Yes, there are women that have other husbands.
Right, and I was going to bring that up later too.
It has a
and what do you call that? What do you call a side man? It's not a side chick, you're a side rooster. You got a side rooster.
I don't know what you would call him,
Side
but you
rooster.
would call it
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
polyandry. That's all I can say. But it's I learned a lot of this, from my elders. I actually know people that are in polygamous marriages.
Well, have them call us up. I'm just kidding. Go.
I mean, I know one. Matter of fact, my good friend of mine, I love them to death. The couple, I'm friends with both of them. They own a vegan restaurant in Atlanta. Go vegetarian. Go stop by there. By the way, if you're in Atlanta, if you're ever in Atlanta, go by. But
Are they polygamous?
yes, they are.
Oh, they're open with it. They're open because you just put them on blast.
No, I didn't put them on blast. It's not that. What I've been trying to say is that each family structure, and it's called a family structure, it's supposed to serve divine purpose. And this is something that I learned from my, I just completed a program called Sacred Goddess Temple Rites of Passage. But I've been following, my master teacher name is Dr. Akua Gray. Okay. And she wrote a book called Holistic Sexuality. Oh. And I actually attended her seminar prior to this initiation like 3 years ago or 4 years ago in Atlanta at 7 Under. But anyway, she has a book called Holistic Sexuality. Check it out, Dr. Akua Gray. And she talks about the different family structures, monogamy, polyandry, polygamy, polyamory. And each one serves a divine purpose.
Really?
See, here, we're not doing these things right. We can't even get monogamy down right. Monogamy is a good thing. It's something, it's a protection. It's a team between the man and the woman where they're supposed to build on their purpose in life. And you have to be able to have that down before you are even able to think about going into a different family structure, including somebody else. And you have to be, if you're going to decide with your mate that you're going to bring another person into the equation, you have to be able to be responsible for that other person.
Right.
You got to be responsible.
Have to be able to take care of the person.
Yes.
Right? That's a whole
It ain't no, I'm just going to use you for pleasure on the side.
Right.
No.
If you have another woman, pretty much in Africa, they were able to take care of the multiple
You're supposed
women,
to.
right?
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
So if you have
for.
one woman, you should be able to take care of each household.
Thank you. You're supposed to be able to take care of their bills. You're supposed to be there to support them mentally, spiritually, emotionally, all of these things. It's not just for the pleasure of the man and things like that. And that's how, issues get started with infections and soul ties and like these. Everybody has to agree on this, and everybody has a role in that.
Now, that's good
know what
that
I'm
you
saying?
say that, because the whole thing now is that women, we haven't been taught that because we don't live in that culture.
We haven't
been where we can have multiple wives. That's something that, a lot of, we're African American, so that's something that I don't think a lot of Black women will go for. But a lot of them know that that men have another woman on the side.
Yeah, they do.
And just let me give a definition for people who don't know
they
what a
sneaking
side
and
chick.
hiding.
Right, side chick. It's plural, side chicks, African American vernacular slang. A mistress, a woman one dates in addition to one's girlfriend or wife, usually in secret. Mm-hmm. Now, but you're saying, it should be open. It should be the family structure should be one in agreement. There should be
absolutely. You should know from the beginning that.
But how does that work?
Somebody can't be monogamous. They should. People are not honest, unfortunately. Even in so-called monogamous marriages, my master teacher discovered that when she did a survey that they're really truthfully been out having extramarital affairs. They've been sneaking behind their partner's back instead of being honest from the get-go, saying, you'd be surprised what honesty can do for you.
Honesty would change a lot of things, right? Just be up for it. But realistically, how many of your friends or homegirls, just go back to Clark Atlanta for a little bit. Okay, let's just go back there. How many women would actually be cool with the thought of a man having a side chick?
Well, first of all, we was young. We ain't know no better.
Well, I mean, now, your friends now, right? We don't know anything, but...
You talking about now?
Right. So I'm in Brawley. I'm dating somebody in Pfeiffer, Murner, and Holmes. And they're okay with, is that really a realistic thing for a woman to actually say, okay, it's okay?
To be okay with it? No.
Right.
For one, like I said, we didn't know any better back then. Okay, and even now, me or any of my friends probably not going to agree to it, because guess what? Black American men, they don't know how to be I'm not saying they're not responsible men, but what I'm saying is you have to be responsible for that one relationship first before you can even think. You got to be able to handle all of that. That's a big responsibility.
That's a big responsibility. And it's a lot of stress. It's a lot of stress handling one.
It's stress being with one person.
So imagine.
So to bring somebody else in, that other person got to be coming with something too, something that'll benefit the woman and the man, not in the bed together.
Right.
I ain't saying all that. What I'm saying is just it has to serve a divine purpose. It has to be something that's going to move you all together in your purpose and with family.
Well, one of my homeboys said a side chick keeps a happy home. But we'll talk about that later. 323-293-3375. Again, the number is 323-293-3375. Kelly's dropping some dimes. So is that somebody? Okay, we got a phone call. Caller, are you there? Hello, caller, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Are you there?
Yes, I am here. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thank you so much for calling. Who's the caller on the line?
This is Mimi.
Hello, Mimi. How are you? Thank you so much for calling in.
I'm doing well. What we talking about here?
So what do you think, Mimi, about side chicks? You sound like you're fairly young. How old are you?
I'm 25. I'm grown.
You grown. Well, give us
grown.
You real grown. Well, give us your real grown woman opinion about side chicks.
I mean, what's the context?
Well, today we're talking about side chicks, and Kelly brought up that a man should be able to take care of all his women if he has them, and it should be a family structure of, help me out, Kelly, it should be an agreement between the man and the woman.
It has to serve a divine purpose. And I'm not necessarily saying, okay, bring this woman and a side chick be included in the family. Nah, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm giving you information on is this is probably, I really believe this is where the side chick came from coming from a historical point of view of our African ancestry and also the different family structures. Right. And I believe that we were forced to be monogamous in America. It's ingrained in us, just like many other things, like our faith, our religion, just so many different things we are practicing culturally really goes against who we are, or I guess was, as people. And now, since we've been in the Western world, we become different people. So now we're not honest with each other about the fact of whether we can be monogamous or not.
Right. So what do you think about that, Mimi?
I mean, I agree that in the past that, it was a cultural norm. However, as for me in my relationship, it's going to be monogamous. I don't agree with side chicks at all. I think if you want to have other people, then you just need to be single.
Well,
because it's not built like that how they did it in the past. As far as all of the girls were treated equally, as far as the concubines, but it's not like
exactly.
that.
It's not like that anymore. Some people are disrespected.
So if you found out your man had a side chick, what would you do?
Well, we got, I'm not down with none of that, period. There are reasons that men cheat, but that's a whole nother, conversation.
Well, no, it's a part of this conversation too. And so if you have a man and you love him and there are certain things that you can't yet, you can't satisfy, that's why men go out to other women, because they can't say, you know what I mean? So you always want the stable. Yeah.
So we would have to get to the root of why he feels like he needs a side chick, and then we can go from there. Okay. But I don't think that it's acceptable at all. Okay. I think, there should be a level of communication where before it gets to that point, we should already nip that in the bud, so you don't have to feel like you need to go get a side chick or whatever.
Right. Well, you made a valid point.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well,
Thanks, cousin.
Thank you so much, because we love you. Thank you so much for calling in, and tell all your other friends to call too, okay?
Yeah. Look at that.
Thank you so much, Mimi, for your call. Call us up at 323-293-3375, or you can stream live. Well, you are streaming live if you listen to us. 323-293-3375. We're going to go, we're going to take a break right quick. We're going to call Bob. We're going to call Shirley right quick, and we'll be right back.
I'm going to take a nap.
You gonna concubine, I think that's been not taking care. You don't really take care of your side chick, do you? Do you pay her bills and stuff like that, or she just the side chick to please your needs?
But I pay everything. It's a relationship.
Oh, okay.
So we don't live together.
He sound like an elder.
We don't live together.
Okay.
It's a relationship. Now, I tell you, I don't make this stuff up. I mean, my brother, my blood brother, taught me this.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that he was being real honest with girls. I mean, look, I spent my whole life lying, just lying, pretending that I just wanted to be with one lady. My brother, blood brother, he got 2 women that live with him, and they know about each other.
Wow. And how long has that been going on?
7 years.
And what kind of jobs do y'all have where y'all take care of everybody? Because I can't even pay my own rent, man. What's going on? What are y'all doing? Well, that's good, though.
The more help, the merrier.
Yeah, that's true, too.
It ain't about money. It's about what are you willing to do to be happy. If it don't make you happy, don't do it.
That's true.
If it make you happy, do it.
Right.
A lot of people are living their lives and living lies, man.
Lies.
And they just unhappy.
Right.
Whether it's work, career, whatever, love life. Hey, do what makes you happy. If it don't work for you, it don't work for you. If it's illegal, don't do it. If it's legal, do it. If y'all happy, be happy.
Well, thank you so much for calling us, man. We really appreciate that. He gave a different perspective. Thank you so much. All right, brother. Keep listening to us, okay?
Thanks for you.
All right, now. 323-293-3375. The phone lines are open. 323-293-3375. He and his brother have a successful
polygamous relationship.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
some
it happens
people,
more. It happens a lot, and people really don't know about it.
Some people like when they live in a house together. I've heard of them like having their own floor.
Really?
Like the husband's on one floor, the other wives they got their own floor.
Where did you hear
their
all this? Well, this is really interesting.
Like real relationships, like that's how they do it.
Well, this is a really.
It ain't all about the sexual pleasure of having more than one woman,
right?
Or whatever.
But it's about the family structure and the side chick.
It's a real family
and we're in Hollywood too, so a lot of people do a lot of stuff in Hollywood, especially the whole side chicks thing. So that's an interesting. But call us up 323-293-3375. We're gonna take a break and we'll be right back. Okay. By the Plug Report. If you want to be a sponsor, if you want to sponsor me, Phil and Friends, you make sure you call me at 323-293-3375 with my producer. Sure. Take your information. We'll sponsor your business, your minority-owned business. We'll get you going. We'll get you some buyers and everything. But we're here with my friend Kelly Reed. We're having a great conversation about side chicks, cheating, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And do we have a caller on the line? No? Okay. Kelly, let's switch the conversation because we're going to, people are being cheated on. Some people like side chicks. Some people need, blah, blah, blah. We're going to talk about the healing from the trauma because a lot of people don't want a side chick. And when they find out, some people don't want they don't want to be cheated on,
right?
Which is really the overarching theme of a side chick. But if a woman doesn't know that her man has a side chick, I'm sure she has some kind of trauma that comes along with that, right?
Yeah.
So how do they heal from that trauma? Or let's go into that.
The trauma comes from the dishonesty for the most part, number one. Number two, it's like you done went behind my back and you got your needs met by somebody else instead of coming to me and talking to me about what this relationship, what you and this relationship needs to thrive.
Right.
So you're basically, when you lie like that and you go behind my back, you're basically saying, hey, I'm not good enough for the truth, and I'm not good enough to fully or satisfy you,
right.
From the Western perspective of the side chick and the cheating, and you're asking me how do you heal from
how do you heal from it? How do
Well, you need
How do you
time
get to an
heal.
honest
It's
space?
simple.
Let's get to that. How do you get to an honest space? Because you mentioned honesty, right? Being honest and truthful. The last caller mentioned being honest and truthful and living your life, living your best life and being happy. But how do you tell somebody, how do I become happy? How do I get to a place of happiness and being honest with myself and being
With
honest
yourself?
with other people in a relationship? Do you, I mean,
As
you may
far
not
as
know.
like you talking about like the person that's making that decision to go out and get this side chick?
Right,
or-
just being honest, just in general. We're
How
talking
do you
about
come to
side
the
chicks.
point
How
of
do I
being
be honest
honest?
with you if I'm in a relationship with you and say, hey, you know what, you're not
You
satisfying
like
my
he
needs.
said, like, oh, you saying during the relationship?
Right. That's
Well, I know.
if you have the answer, you can
I
call
feel
us
like-
up at
I feel like-
323-293-3375. Again, the number is 323-293-3375. Go ahead.
I feel like I would. Maybe this is coming from a perspective of a woman. Maybe for me, because I'm a woman. But you know, it's just certain little creative things you can do. Because you, at the end of the day, you are a reflection of your mate, and they're a reflection of you. So, you know, you have to, you know, be creative, and you have to also say, well, baby, I like it when you did. Like, a lot of times, all the pleasing and the satisfying is done at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then
all that,
eventually,
the honeymoon goes away.
Yeah, so, you know,
Honeymoon
baby,
stage is gone.
you know, so baby, let's try that again. I like that.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. If it's something to be said, or if it's something to be demonstrated, because I do know men are more the demonstrators
Right.
than the actual vocal communicators.
Right. That is
So,
true.
So, as if a woman, because women got needs too, you know. Once again, baby, I like when you know,
Fry those
whatever.
wings.
Because we forget sometimes. We get caught up in
I
the
like when you
monotony.
fry those wings really good for me. You're not doing that no more, so my side chick does. So I'm going to go ahead and have to get somebody who can cook because you're not cooking for me. I'm just saying. Stuff happens, right?
Yeah. Or yeah, like you said, So, yeah, you just gotta say it in a creative way, like, you know,
Creative way.
baby, you know, I like it if we do this or if you do that or
Right.
something.
Well, we'll go to a caller. Caller, are you there?
I am.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for calling in today.
Oh, you welcome.
Who are we speaking with?
Welcome.
This is AJ.
AJ, what's up, man? How are you? And happy
What's
Father's
up,
Day
bruh?
to you.
You too, man.
Thank you so much for calling. What do you think about side chicks? Do you have side chicks?
No, I don't.
Are you sure about that, AJ?
Man, I'm 150% positive, damn it.
So
No.
what's your take about our conversation today? This is Kelly and I. He was actually here last week, and we talked about
Was he?
relationships. He had a
Oh, I
great
think I saw a
perspective
picture
on
of him.
relationships. What do you think
And
about
I'm
that,
here
AJ?
with my lady, so now.
Well, tell her I said hello. How are you? That's why you're 100% positive. You know, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Because she listening.
Because he listens. Well, you know what? I want to hear both of your perspectives about it. Go ahead.
About side chicks.
Yes, sir.
Okay, babe, go ahead.
I don't have an opinion on side.
Yes, you do.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Nah, man, I think the only reason why I called in, man, I think it plays kind of a part in what we were talking about last week.
Uh-huh.
I think a lot of times people venture out of relationships because of something that they're missing in the ones they have.
Right.
And there's a lack of communication whereas, hey, it may be a sexual thing or there's something that's missing. So you go outside of the relationship in order to fulfill that. Hence, side chicks or side dudes, and that has become, man, that's $1 million industry now.
Is that the name? Is that the thing for a side dude?
Side dude? Side dude?
I mean, is it side dude? Is that the term for
I
it?
mean, what else you gonna call it? Side dick? Excuse my language. I'm sorry.
Hey.
Hold on, you got the producers laughing at you. With that.
I love it.
I'm sorry.
I love it.
I was like, that's wrong. I shouldn't say.
No, it's fine. It's radio. It's internet radio. You're fine.
But like if you think about it, man, it's become like being a side person has become more valuable, if you will, than being the main. No joke.
It really has. That's why it's in mainstream media, right?
Straight up, man.
Yeah.
Like it's become really lucrative.
Right.
You know, like
Lucrative.
now, no joke. Like the side person or the person on the outside of the relationship has way more leverage than the person on the inside.
And why is that though? Why is that the person on the outside has more leverage than the person on the inside?
because they know more.
And they have more secrets to hold over your head.
Straight up.
Wow, that's just, I never
I
looked at it
actually
like
wanna
that.
respond to that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like what you're saying, like some of these, like let's look at like some of the celebrities, for instance. Like right now, we get T.I. and Tiny going through the same thing right now.
Yeah.
This woman can come out, especially if you're in the public eye. This side woman can come out and destroy the relationship. Yeah. They don't come in with no significant purpose. They want to. That's why they call it a side chick, and they laughed. They are like, it's just all about disrespect.
Right.
A lot of times, and like she pretty much destroyed the marriage because she overstepped.
Right.
You know,
Straight up.
I guess to a degree. I mean, granted, now Tiny did know in the past he had been cheating,
Right.
but the fact that, you know, I guess she was putting stuff out there in the open. She, I guess, quote unquote, to Tiny, she didn't know her place. She should have kept her mouth shut.
What do you
so
think-
she pretty much destroyed their marriage.
What do you think about that, AJ?
Because she could make it write a book off of it too.
It felt good about it too.
And she did. So do you think, let me just ask this while you're still on the phone, do you think honesty really helps in a relationship when it comes to things of this nature? Because you're actually in a relationship, AJ. So does that help? Just being straight up and honest? I mean, I know you don't have any side chicks, but I mean, does that help being truthful and honest at the beginning of the relationship? I don't know if you heard the last caller. He said he told his girl straight up, I want a side chick. I got one. This is what's going on. Does that help or does that hurt?
Well, I mean, I think in every situation is different, man. I think it's to each his own. You know what I mean? Like, I think, you know, if we're like, when you have celebrities where you don't get told no and you have, you know, money is no object, I think it's different than someone that works a 9 to 5. Like, to be 100% honest with you, because you have more to lose.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what? Like, I think certain men and certain women, they make deals with the devil, if you will. Like, I'm willing to put up with the nonsense. I'm willing to put up with the nonsense because this is the lifestyle that I want.
Right. Wow.
Maybe it's a little bit more. Maybe it's a little bit more accepted. I don't know, but I feel like is honesty a good thing in a relationship? Hell yeah. It is.
Yeah.
But it's also dependent on how that other person receives honesty. Because you have friends where you can't even tell them that they look like a damn mess just going to the club.
Wow.
Please tell
like,
me.
no joke. Like, you can't even tell them, like, hey, bro, like, or girlfriend, you probably shouldn't even rock that without them getting mad.
Right.
So how the hell you think they gonna feel if you be like, oh yeah, I'm trying to smash somebody else?
Right. Wow.
Even though it may be the truth. So it's like, I think in every relationship is different. Like, I think you should be honest. I do think that.
Yeah.
But I think in a lot of situations with guys, there's a cause. There's definitely a cause to pause because you don't want to. It's kind of you damned if you do and you damned if you don't.
Right.
Because the only reason why you don't want to break up is because it's comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to break up with the chick because it's comfortable, even though you're not 100% happy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you'd much rather, you know what? I'm not gonna get caught. You know, like,
right.
I'm not gonna get caught.
Ain't nobody getting
go
caught.
And act a fool, and then when I get caught, baby, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's deep. Thank you so much, AJ, for calling. We really appreciate your wisdom, man. You gave a whole different. Yeah, we
I
really.
love you, man.
I love you too, man. Thank you so much, man. You're always a supporter of Feeling Friends, man. We got to get you back on the show when you come back down here.
Definitely, man.
All right, man. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for calling in. 323-293-3375. Again, the number is 323-293-3375. AJ, thank you so much for calling in. He gave some good points.
What
really,
happens in the dark always comes to light.
It does. It does.
So she ain't gonna find out. So you might as well be honest because it's gonna come out anyway.
And you just feel better. You don't have to always look over your shoulder about anything. You know. Now, I'm not telling them all my business when I get them. It ain't none of your business. We ain't married. So, but that's a whole nother show. You know, you don't have to be honest with people if you ain't married. Yeah, that's just my perspective about it, right? I don't know. But call us up 323-293-3375.
You at least got to be honest with your needs now. Come on now.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to go to a new artist. Hold on, we have a phone call, 323-293-3375. How you feeling, Kelly? You all right?
Good.
You're doing a great job on the show. You need a massage. You got too many demands. That's your problem now. What you bring into the relationship, that's another thing. You know what? If you're going to be, women, y'all got to come to the table with something.
Oh,
Other
so
than,
I don't?
I don't know if you do.
You don't know.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying that you got to come to the table. You can't expect me to bring everything to the table, and I got the table and the chairs too, and you don't want to bring nothing to the table. We bring some forks and some
You
knives.
scratch my back, I scratch yours.
I know, right?
You give me a
Maybe.
massage, I'll give you an even better one. I promise.
Is there somebody on the line? But yeah, well, you know, it's so true. Just honesty is a big thing. And I think just being human, just being honest is important. We got a phone call. Go ahead. Caller, are you there?
I am.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for calling. Who we got on the line?
We have Sheila on the line.
Hey, Sheila, how are you? This is one of our longtime listeners. Hey, Sheila, how are you? Thank you so much for supporting Feeling Friends.
Absolutely.
What's your take on side chicks?
Okay. I wanted to, very graciously, correct something that Kelly just said, actually, because I've been listening since it started. So there's a couple of things that I'm confused about.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, one thing that you said, Kelly, was that the side chick was the actual person that destroyed the marriage. Absolutely wrong. Who destroyed the marriage was her husband.
Oh, absolutely.
Tiny did not have a commitment with the side chick. Her
Right.
commitment was to her husband. So that's who destroyed the marriage. The side chick was just a partner in helping destroy. So the side chick didn't destroy the marriage. It was T.I. Because
Right.
that's who her commitment was.
That's absolutely true. And
Then
thank
the
you
other
for
thing
that.
absolutely. Then the other thing that you said that totally confused me. You said, and if I'm not quoting it correctly, please feel free to correct me. You said that it seems like you're saying if a person, or I'll use a young lady, if a young lady is in agreement with having, a side chick in her relationship, depending on the needs and this and the other, then that's okay. And I agree with that, because if any person is agreeing to be the other woman in a relationship, and then the person that's in the relationship, if she's agreeing to two women being in a relationship with a guy, then I always feel that there's a self-esteem issue, because I don't know any woman that wants to share any man. I don't know of any.
Well, is that a
And
cultural thing, Sheila, too? I know she mentioned the cultural piece, too.
Yeah,
though, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I was basically coming from not only a holistic but a historical perspective, which we haven't yet
In America.
we haven't really grasped in America. So you're right, it will not work. I mean, especially in this generation. And the first thing you corrected me on, that was in response to what the last caller said about
Was that AJ? Or was it-
the very last one.
Okay, yeah, the guy.
The very last one, when he was talking about the side chick, I guess, having more leverage.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That
it's
was just
AJ.
coming from that perspective.
Okay, it was AJ,
And because
But go ahead. Let her.
go ahead.
Finish.
No, I agree with you, because in some instances I've had friends who had the marriage has been destroyed by the husband, and then the side chick kind of stepped in and did whatever it is that they did and made it, just exposed it a little bit more. So I agree with the caller. And then the other gentleman, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you're in agreement with this, that if it feels good and it makes you happy,
makes you happy.
just do it. Well, there's a difference between happiness and there's a standard, because everything that makes you happy is not good for you.
That's true.
And in my grandmother and some of us still have big mamas out there would always say, whatever you get, be careful, because it can turn around and get you. So when they say that, if it makes you happy, just do it. Well, no, and people are doing that. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
People are doing whatever makes them happy. But that doesn't necessarily mean that that's a good thing. So
Right.
I was
Because
just
you know
kind of
what,
confused
Sheila?
on some of the
When you-
things that was
Yeah.
being said.
'Cause you
And
know-
it seems like it's being portrayed. Give me half a second.
No, go ahead,
It
go ahead.
seemed like what's being perpetuated on the line is that a side chick is okay, and it isn't. It isn't. It's not okay for a side chick, and actually I like to call it when he said a side dude. None of that is okay.
Right.
And that's what it seemed like what's being said. And the reason why I'm saying that it's never okay is because I have friends whose marriages have been destroyed behind, and you're absolutely right, when there's a secret about it and this and the other. But if somebody agrees to it, then that's different. To me, they're not even a side chick. They're just in a
Exactly.
relationship with a guy.
absolutely.
With you and a guy. But when it becomes a secret and then marriages are destroyed, then then yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem.
Right.
So go ahead, Phil.
No, I wasn't trying to cut you off, but what if side chicks make the marriage work? I mean, it's not for you, obviously, right? That's not something for you, but it's not to say that it's not for other people. I don't know. I try to stay in my own house.
So coming from that perspective,
coming from her perspective,
then she's right. It's not right. The side chick.
It's not right, but it's okay. No, I'm just kidding.
But it all depends on. So I stand on the side that said it is not right.
Well,
I stand on that side, but people have a right to make their own choices.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'll say that people may say, oh, well, using whatever drug, substance. And because of where I work at, I can assure you that they were saying that, oh, if I use this right now, it won't lead me down the path to where now I'm an addict.
Right.
So that's the way that I look at things that eventually, what you got will soon get you.
That's true.
But if people make that choice to do it, then that is their choice. But they also have to live with the consequences of their choice. So we get to decide what we want to do.
That's true.
The thing is, we don't get to decide the consequences.
Ooh. That'll preach right there.
We don't get to decide that. So, you get to decide, but the consequences are laid in karma. What goes comes, and when it comes, it's a lot harder.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for that. You brought a whole. I love that everyone, like I said earlier, everyone has a different perspective of that. Thank you so much, Sheila, and thank you so much for being a supporter of Feeling Friends. We really appreciate you. We love you.
Always go and be great.
Always.
What is it? Because you're all the way up, right?
All the way, exactly. Thank you so much. We love you, Sheila.
Thanks, Kelly.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you.
That's so true. And it's funny, everyone has a different perspective.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to know what you can handle.
Exactly. You got to be careful.
You got to know what you can handle.
And if you're doing wrong, you reap what you sow.
Exactly. That's why I say these things have to be done the right way. So the incorrect way is the modern day Western side chick.
Yeah.
That
I want to go to one of these meetings that you go to
sense.
with these elders and stuff. Because that's so interesting. Like, I've never heard people that actually have conventions about this. That's so cool. We have about 7 minutes left. Call us up. It's 323. I can't even talk. 323-293-3375. Again, that number is 323-293-3375. Someone told me earlier that I say the number too fast, so they can't write it down. But 323-293-3375. It's a great perspective, great show. So give us some of your final thoughts. What do you think about everything?
if the relationship, because you asked me about healing, if the relationship ends because of the dishonesty and the side chick and the choices that were made and the disrespect and things like that and the boundaries was crossed, then each individual needs to reflect on what part they took in allowing these things to happen.
Right.
Okay, because even though somebody like T.I. destroyed his marriage, or the side chick, or everybody played a part in the destruction.
With this whole T.I. thing, go ahead. But
everybody played a part in the destruction.
Because they've had,
Tiny allowed this.
No, but it's been known that they've had an open relationship too.
Yeah, I know.
From the Hollywood thing. So that's a whole nother.
But I'm also saying this, you are allowing certain things. You have to put you have to really be honest with yourself too, like the other brother said, the caller said, I forgot what his name was, but you really got to respect yourself too and be honest with yourself and say, I can't allow this, or I can allow this. Like, you really have to be true with yourself, and you have to take, when it ends in a breakup, like if it ends because of the cheating and things like that, you have to take time to yourself to heal yourself. Right. You got to do your prayer, your meditation. You got to get back to building yourself up so that you can, love yourself and say, hey, this is what I need, and this is not what I'm not going to allow this. I'm going to allow this.
Right.
So that's where the healing comes in. Like, you got to do whatever you need to build yourself up and be strong within yourself, because you always reflect who you are, and you always reflect what you expect.
Right. Well, that's so true. You reflect what you expect. Absolutely. And whatever you put out there,
it's going to come back.
Whatever you reap, you're going to sow. So you always want to do right by people and always do the right thing. Thank you so much, Kelly, for being here. This is Feeling Friends, sponsored by The Plug Report. I'm here every Sunday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Feeling Friends, please, we love you guys. Kelly, tell them your Twitter handle and your Facebook so they can go check you out. And Kelly's an accomplished actor.
I'm currently not using Twitter right now.
Okay, you're not using your Insta.
But Instagram, Kelly V. Reid, Kelly V. Reid, REID. And it's the same on Facebook.
Thank you guys for listening. We love you so much. We got this last song. I want you guys to listen to this song. This is a new, I don't even know how to pronounce this girl's name. SZA, the new artist. How you pronounce it?
Maybe?
SZA?
I'm just thinking like Jizza.
What's her
SZA?
name? What's her name? SZA.
Yeah.
I love it's a yeah.
Like RZA, Jizza.
It's a cool song. She has a new album out, and this is about pretty much being a side chick.
Beautiful. Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's The Weeknd.
I didn't know that's what she was saying.
Yeah.
The stuff she was saying.
Yeah, that's what I mean, a side chick. Check it out, you guys. I love you guys. Feeling Friends next Sunday from 6 to 7 p.m. I'll holler at you next week.
Peace and love, everybody.
How you want me when you got a girl?